Getting into the dressing room right now, and Scott Hartnell is over in front of his stall. It was a big night for him, and started off with the celebration for his 1,000th game against his former team here tonight. And we'll get over here and get some words from Mr. Hartnell about this special night tonight.
Fast Blue Jackets hockey, and it was probably definitely one of the funnest games. I think everyone contributed, everyone had fun, and big goal by Artie in overtime.
For you, the start of this game, obviously, getting to celebrate it here tonight in Columbus, how was that? Any emotions at all?
It was awesome. Had mom and dad there on the ice. I think every kid. To play 1,000 games and to give thanks like that to your parents, to have them on the ice, and words can't describe how you feel. And the guys got me a great watch and the silver stick and all that kind of stuff. But the people around this organization and my other organizations are great people, and just real thankful to be a hockey player and play in this great league.
Scott, you talk about Anisimov getting the game winner. How about Jared Boll getting his first of the year here tonight? This is one of those games everybody contributed in some way, isn't it?
It was great. We rolled 4 lines. We were hard. We were fast. We were physical. We played with the puck really great, especially in their zone. And for Bowler to get a big goal, he's been playing so good the last half a dozen games or so. And that's the Bowler I think everyone knows, going hard to the net, and buries a big goal for us. So proud of him, and he definitely sparked us there. 3-2. We got the third goal to tie it up, and took a little extra time, but love the 2 points.
Quick turnaround for you.
Jared, can't let you get away here. Big goal here this evening. Scott Hartnell just saying a moment ago that goal really got the guys sparked for you. Does that feel like a weight off of you? You've been trying so hard here in recent weeks. You've come so close. Finally, one finds it back in the net.
Yeah, feels good. Obviously, time in the game, down 2 goals, and to get that goal for our line is nice. I think everyone on the ice contributed to that goal, so it was huge for us. And then to not give up there and keep going and manage to get the win in overtime is really nice.
Speaking of your line, I mentioned this on the air tonight, it's been somewhat of a struggle for you this season, but a lot of times when you look who you're playing with, it differed day in and day out for so long. Now you've got that consistency. You've got Mark Letestu, you've got Corey Trop, and you guys are, now you're going out there, you know what you're going to get from them, and of course they know what they're going to get from you too.
Yeah, I've said it all year. It's nice to have Testy back in the lineup. He's easy to play with. He's the smartest player out on the ice pretty much every time he's out there. So we just got to get pucks deep and work. And both guys did a great job on the goal, and Chopper made a great pass. And like I said, all 4 lines were going, which was nice.
What was the chatter like?
Thanks, Craig.
What was he? That's not self-promotion in the.
No,
at its best,
he wants it in every interview,
yeah.
I guess.
I don't blame him. You talk about this one tonight at 3-1. You're down 3-1, third period. What was the chatter like on the bench?
I think we were playing good. Just their goalie made some big saves and pucks weren't going in for us. So, we were up on the bench the whole game. We knew we were playing well and getting chances, and if we kept going, we were going to start putting them in. And it was a big 2 goals there in the third, and obviously Artie's goal in overtime is huge.
All right, thanks, Jared.
Jared, I know you probably already discussed.
Sneak on out of here. Duck out of the Jared Boll interview. Brandon Dubinsky is over at his stall. Let's go over here. We'll let some of the equipment guys go by. Of course, the Blue Jackets heading out of here right after this game, headed out to the airport. So let the equipment guys do their job, and let's listen in on Brandon Dubinsky. Doobie, this one will remind you of last year at all in the fact that everybody chipped in. Everybody had a big part of what happened here tonight.
Yes, we did. That's the way it's going to need to be down the stretch here. A lot of people are counting us out, and, we just got to find a way to take it one game at a time. And I just really liked our effort for 60 tonight. And we found ourselves down 2 goals, but we didn't feel like, we were playing that way, and we stuck with it and did the right things, and it paid off.
It looked like you kind of set the tone there. You found something, which was go to the blue paint, get the stick down on the ice. That's the way you beat Ray Emery all night.
Yeah, that's something that we've been preaching. That's the way you're going to score goals. The goalies are too good in this league, by beating them on clean shots most of the time. So just get to the net. Obviously, Bowler, he gets to the net. Artie gets to the net. We find a way to win a huge game.
I know you just talked about you've got to get back into it, so you have to do well and play well. But when you look at the teams on the schedule, you're about to hit the road for 5 here. When you look at the teams on the schedule, it shouldn't be a problem to get up for any of these games, should it?
No, I mean, they're divisional opponents, and teams that we got to try and find a way to catch. I know it seems like they're a long way away, but they're all 4-point games, and we got to find a way to get on a little roll here.
How much do you enjoy these games? Because just watching you play against the Flyers and the Rangers and the Penguins, it looks like you really take your game to another level.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly enjoy it. Obviously, I've played a lot against those teams in my career, in this Metro division, and they're not hard games to get up for. They're good teams, and they play hard games, and I think that's the way we play. And when we do it, for 60 minutes, we're successsul.
Thanks, Brandon Dubinsky talking here. He had one of the goals here tonight for the Blue Jackets, and he had a big one. Big one at the time that got the Blue Jackets on the board and kind of got them going tonight. And Jared Bowl made it 3-2. Cam Atkinson cashed in for a 3-3 game, and before it was all said and done, it was Artem Anisimov, the hero, in the overtime tonight. Much more to come, as head coach Todd Richards will soon be talking with the media, and we'll bring that to you and much more as we continue with the Tim Hortons postgame show on BlueJackets.com and the Scioto Downs Columbus Blue Jackets radio network.
If you slide off the road in snowy weather like this, because with one phone call, AAA Roadside Assistance is on its way. To become a member, go to AAA.com. AAA, the card of the American driver. Here's a AAA Hard Driving Day update. A winter storm doesn't mean you have to put your life on hold. With 24/7 AAA Roadside Assistance, you can go forth with confidence. If you're not a member, go to AAA.com to join right now. AAA, the card of the American driver.
He shoots, he scores! He shoots, he scores! He shoots, he scores! NHL Ticket Exchange gives ticket holders a sure shot at getting in. It's the only official ticket exchange of the NHL, where every Blue Jackets ticket is verified by Ticketmaster. This is how the NHL does it. You don't get somebody's old ticket, but a new one reissued just for you. Don't get burned by ticket fraud. Buy or sell at NHL.com/ticket exchange. He shoots, he scores! NHL Ticket Exchange is a trademark of the National Hockey League.
50 million Americans live with a brain or spine condition. For all those people, at Ohio Health, we never stop, turning crooked smiles into big grins after a stroke, and cautious steps into confident strides for those with Parkinson's disease. It's how we got to be one of the nation's 15 top health systems. Just like you never stop looking for answers, we never stop. Connect with us at ohiohealth.com/we never stop. Ohio Health Neuroscience. Believe in we.
Blue Jackets fans, AEP Energy has you covered when it comes to protecting your home's energy costs. They call it the Home Energy Game Plan. Get peace of mind with a fixed rate on your electricity and natural gas supply as the seasons change.
2 minutes, guys.
So
2 minutes till music.
Plan ahead and start your Home Energy Game Plan today by visiting AEPenergy.com. AEP Energy, a proud sponsor of the Columbus Blue Jackets. While an affiliate of AEP Ohio, AEP Energy is not soliciting on behalf of and is not an agent of the utility.
Minute 45.
Do you know a hockey mom who deserves to be this year's Marzetti Youth Hockey Mom of the Year? We want to know. Visit bluejackets.com/hockeymom and tell us why. It's easy to nominate a hockey mom, whether it's to thank her for all of those
1
early
minute,
morning
30
rides
seconds.
to the rink, delicious dinners after a long practice, or for always being your #1 supporter. Anyone can nominate an outstanding hockey mom. Help Marzetti find this year's Marzetti Youth Hockey Mom of the Year and thank your mom today at bluejackets.com/hockeymom.
To be successful, it takes a strong person, it takes a strong team. It takes a group of guys that are going to work together, fight together. But it starts with understanding guys off the ice, building
1
those
minute till
relationships
music.
so that when you go
1
on the
minute.
ice, that you're willing to do whatever it takes for the guy next to you. You're willing to put your heart and your energy and your effort into it. So the team comes out with a good result.
Join the battle when the Columbus Blue Jackets face the Montreal Canadiens on Thursday, February 26th
45
at 7 p.m.
seconds.
Get tickets now at bluejackets.com.
Stay organized and be ready to tackle any game day purchase decisions with Virtual Wallet from PNC Bank. The Money Bar feature lets you move your money with a simple slide. The Calendar feature helps you
30
track your
seconds till
spending,
music.
like bills, rent, and of course nachos. Visit PNCVirtualWallet.com for details. PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. PNC Bank is a proud partner of the Columbus Blue Jackets. PNC Bank,
15
National
seconds.
Association, member FDIC.
10 seconds. Music in 5 seconds. Stand by. and you're live.
Blue Jackets a winner in overtime tonight here at Nationwide Arena. They beat the Philadelphia Flyers 4-3. The final score in this game. Head coach Todd Richards will be speaking to the media shortly here, and we'll bring you his post-game comments. And I don't see how he can be upset with this game whatsoever. Not in one way, shape, or form here tonight. I thought this is one of the best home games the Blue Jackets have played throughout the course of the year. They were down by 2 goals in the third period. They found a way to persevere, to come back and tie the game. The unfortunate thing about this game is if you want to get really greedy, and I will for a moment, if you want to get really greedy, you gave 1 point to the Philadelphia Flyers. You would have loved to take 2 in regulation from them. Didn't work out that way. So what? You still get the win. You get both points. Now you go on the road and you take on the Islanders. And this was game 1 of the 6-game stretch. And I'd made the comment that in these 6 games, I think the Blue Jackets you almost have to go 5-1 here if you really want to be in it. So this is step 1. You can only win 1 game at a time. They do that here tonight. And again, this was one of those games where everybody was a contributor tonight. They just kept on pounding away until they found a way. And that is something this team has not done consistently throughout the course of this year. There have been times that you'd be down 3-1 in the third period. You might as well be down 7-1. They were never like that tonight. You could just sense it, that they were going to find a way to at least get themselves back into the game. Maybe they don't tie it, maybe they don't win it, but they were going to get back into the game, and they did. There were some shifts tonight where they had an extended amount of pressure inside of the Philadelphia Flyers zone. And for a team that came in here hot at 5-0-2 in their last 7 games, and a desperate team that's also trying to get into the playoffs, to go in there and do some of the things the Blue Jackets did tonight, it was very it was very fun to watch. It was very good to watch. And Ray Emery, he's forced into the starting role now with Steve Mason out because of the arthroscopic knee surgery. Ray Emery played extremely well tonight. You could look at his numbers going into the game, and we did, and said they're not great, but he played a very good game here this evening. Once he started to get beat is when the Blue Jackets were finally able to get to the front of the net. Look at the goals that they got. Brandon Dubinsky's, just a redirect in front. Jared Bowles, a redirect in front. Cam Atkinson picks up the rebound off a shot and has him out of position to score the third one, and then the same is true with the fourth goal, the overtime goal, the winner by Artem Anisimov. It's a shot off the pads that he picks up and he puts in the net. Curtis McElhaney played very well again for the Blue Jackets tonight. The one goal that was tough, and I don't mean tough like he should have made the save. It was that power play goal that was scored by Wayne Simmons, his second one of the night. And it was tough for a couple of reasons. First of all, Corey Tropp runs the goaltender, gets the penalty. And you can go back and say, hey, do you think the Blue Jackets should have had more than one power play in that game? Sure, of course, absolutely, no doubt about that. But he runs the goaltender. That was one where you really could have, if you kill that off, you really have momentum. They didn't, but it was a great shot by Claude Giroux, and Curtis made a great first save. Just couldn't get back into position for the second shot. Here's head coach Todd Richards right now.
Todd, you were 0-20 when trailing after 2 periods before tonight. What was the difference tonight to make you 1-20?
I think we were doing a lot of good things throughout the game, so I think there was some confidence if we stuck with it, we were gonna get it. And it was a huge goal. Jared Bowles' goal was a huge goal. 3-1 game. Corey Tropp makes a great first. Mark wins some battles behind the net to keep the puck alive. Corey picks it up and makes a great play. But that was a huge goal for us.
Early on, I mean, you were dominant at times. Was it Philly's last-ditch defending a little bit? I mean, there weren't a ton of rebounds. The ones that were, nothing seemed to come up. They seemed to kind of take away some of those second chances. Was that the difference? I mean, this was a game that maybe could have been 3-1, 4-1 in favor.
Yeah, I would probably disagree with you somewhat. I thought we had second opportunities in the game. We were able to keep pucks alive. They play man-on-man down low, so they're in their D zone, so it's a little bit harder to get to the front of that point versus man-on-man. But I thought we did a good job. I thought their goaltender was very good in the game.
Todd, you mentioned Jared's goal. It was 2 minutes before that. Corey Tropp takes a penalty that makes it a 2-goal Flyer lead. How important was it to see Corey in that line not only respond but also get rewarded for what they've been doing prior in the game?
You're right. They were good, really, all game. It's just unfortunate. Corey, one thing we ask our guys to do is go to the net hard. And he was going to the net hard and bumps the goalie and gets a penalty. So, the result of that is they score. But, again, the difference of the game for me was that line scored. 3-1 game, and I don't know how much time was left when he scored, but that was you could feel it on the bench once we got that 3-2. And it was a similar feeling to previous years where you scored in the third and you really felt that it was going to happen, and it did tonight.
Is this one of those games 5-on-5 where you can take the tape and show your guys that this is what they can do when they play the way you guys are capable of playing?
Yes, there were a lot of good things 5-on-5. Our power play was good. Disappointing a little bit, I think, penalty kill. I think we had a little bit of a breakdown where we collapsed a little bit too low and opened up a seam. But there were a lot of good things in the game. Power play, 5-on-5, generate some chances. I think we played with the puck down low. Dubinsky was strong on the puck. Nick Foligno. Cam was quick and fast tonight. So, the guys everyone's got a little bit different things that they can bring to the game, and we saw that tonight. And when they're doing that, we can be a tough team to play against.
You talked about how much of an emotional lift that goal of Bowles was. How much of that was where it came in the game, and how much of it was just the guy who scored it, him ending a drought the way he did?
It was, I think there's some truth to that, what you said about who scored, because on the bench you could feel it, that guys were happy for Jared. He does a lot of the, it takes a lot of courage to do what he does, to play the game, and you want to see those guys, do well. So to see him, get that goal, and that was a big moment for us as a group. So the guys on the bench were happy, and again, it created a good buzz on the bench.
Cam's been finding the net in the third period the last 6 or 7 games. I think he's 3 third period goals. Is he playing with a bit of a renewed confidence the last couple weeks?
Tonight he was. I don't know about going back to previous games, because I think we saw a different Cam Atkinson tonight than previous games. It's not to say that he was horrible in those games, but to me, he looked faster and quicker tonight. And when he plays with speed and his agility or shifty, when he's able to stop and start and move out of it, he can create plays. And he created that tonight and made his goal was something that we work on in practice, just as far as the transition, getting it up and forwards, keeping their speed. And he makes a great play to Doobie. Doobie makes a great play to Scott, and Emery makes a great save on that play. And Cam does the right thing by going to the net and is able to finish.
Obviously, a huge goal for Jared Bull, but how big was this one for Anisimov? You've talked about maybe seeing the signs that the Artie of old starting to come back a little bit. Is this kind of a capper for him?
Well, you always want to see your team score goals. I think Artie's been playing good hockey. He just hasn't been rewarded for it. And tonight it was, on that goal too, when you go back and you look at it on the tape, Nick Foligno makes a great play by chipping it in and then winning a foot race for it. And actually Emery gets a good piece of that puck on Artie's opportunity. But Artie's been doing good things for us. He has. He's had the puck on his stick. He's been able to make plays, and it just hasn't been going his way as far as scoring goals. So it's nice to see it, and hopefully this will be a boost of confidence for him.
This is your 6th straight home win against Philadelphia. Is that evidence of what you've sometimes talked about some teams being easier to get up for than others, or is there a matchup thing that you're taking advantage of, or is it just insignificant?
Yeah, I can't go back and look at the previous 5 games and know exactly how they went. We played well tonight. We did as a group. We had 4 lines, 6 defensemen. Goalie made some big saves for us when we needed him to. It was a good team win.
I know we occasionally ask this, but the crowd tonight seemed to be jumping a little. Did you bring them into the battle with you?
The way we started the game, I think there was excitement, there was a buzz by the way that we were playing. Played fast, there was physical, there was opportunities early in the game, and I think that got the crowd into it. And you could feel it throughout the game, where I think we continued to do good things. Because you think about previous games where we were down 3-1 in the third period, there were some third periods that were really bad, where we give up another one, and a 2-1 game turned into a 5-1 game or a 5-0 game really quick. But I think we did good things through the first 2 periods we kept the crowd, but I think we had confidence that if we stuck with it and kept doing the right things, that we could get it to turn around.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Head coach Todd Richards talking about his team's overtime victory over the Philadelphia Flyers tonight, 4-3, the final score. These teams have played 4 times this year. The Blue Jackets have taken 3 of the 4. Oh, but the season series is not over. Far from it. The Blue Jackets are going to be going to Long Island tonight. They'll play the New York Islanders tomorrow night. That'll be a 7 o'clock face-off. And then on Tuesday, the Blue Jackets will go to the city of brotherly love, where the Flyers will look to get a little revenge for this one tonight. Once again, final score in overtime, Blue Jackets 4 and the Flyers 3. That'll do it for me. I'm going to head out to the airport, and it also does it for our portion of the postgame show here at BlueJackets.com. But don't worry, Mark Wyant will continue with much more on the Scioto Downs Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.